Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News, January 11th, 2024. Stand up for your country. Good parenting. Are you a good parent? Most people say yes, but we all know that's not true. And I'm going to be a little judgmental tonight to make a larger political point. Now, parenting is the most important thing that you as an adult are called to do. And that doesn't disparage people who don't have children. That's their decision. Some adults are not emotionally equipped to raise children, so it's best they sit it out. But if you do have children, seeing to their welfare and providing everything you can for them to succeed is job number one. Much more important than your economic job, more important than your hobbies, more important than everything else. All right, I think most people know that. But who makes the rules? Who says who's a good parent and who isn't a good parent? Well, here's my guideline. Judeo-Christian philosophy, not religion. All right, if you're religious, that's good. Okay, and you should bring your child up in whatever religion you subscribe to. But Judeo-Christian philosophy, what our Constitution was based on, and world freedom, basically says, look, you got to treat other people as you want to be treated yourself. And you have to work for the greater good, very important, the greater good of whatever society you live in. That's your obligation as a citizen, but more importantly, as a parent. All right? I put my kids ahead of me. All right? So I would die for my children, and I'm sure most of you would too. I'd give my life for my children. Okay? And that's not even a close call. So I'm not saying that I'm the greatest parent in the world. I'm just saying that according to Judeo-Christian philosophy, which I follow, okay, I have to put my children and my family ahead of myself. I put my neighbor, non-family members, on a par. I treat them the way I want to be treated. Enter Joe Biden. So he got a problem with his son, Hunter Biden. Now, he had a son, Beau Biden, who was a patriot and by all accounts, very solid guy. I don't know much about the daughters, but Hunter Biden's a bad guy from the jump. I know you can give me all this drug thing and he got a disease. He's a bad guy. And you see it on display time after time after time. Yet, Joe Biden kind of steps aside. And that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Okay, so Hunter Biden's in court today in California. He's going to be arraigned on 9 federal tax charges. Basically, he didn't pay taxes on millions of dollars. We all know that's true. It's been demonstrated. He deserves due process and his day in court, but bank records show that millions and millions of dollars, perhaps 30 million, flowed into Hunter Biden and Jim Biden, president's brother. And Hunter Biden didn't pay taxes on a lot of it. All right, that's what it is. So Joe Biden keeps saying, well, he's proud of his son. All right. I wouldn't be proud of my son if that happened. It wouldn't negate my love for him, but I wouldn't be proud of him. Now, Hunter Biden could go to jail on these charges if convicted, federal prison, 17 years. That's not going to happen because his father, Joe Biden, will pardon him. That's what will happen. You wait and see. There's no doubt in my mind that will happen. And Hunter Biden's expected to enter a plea of not guilty, but he'll probably negotiate a deal. And as soon as the deal is signed, then the pardon will come down. I mean, I can't imagine that not happening. So yesterday, as you know, Hunter Biden, who is in contempt of Congress now, shows up at a hearing, okay? The House Oversight Committee that's James Comer chairing. He shows up on a stunt. Now, if you just joined the No Spin News or just came back from Iceland, the committee, Oversight Committee, subpoenaed Hunter Biden to come in for a deposition, a private deposition. Hunter Biden said, blank you, I'm not showing up for the deposition. That's contempt of Congress. Simple as that. Okay. So even though he's in contempt, he shows up for the hearing, stays 20 minutes, leaves, and there's a dog and pony show and the press is chasing him and all that. Joe Biden proud of that? President of the United States proud of that exposition? Is he? We don't know. Didn't say a word. I can guarantee you if Teddy Roosevelt's sons did what Hunter Biden is doing, Teddy would drag them down to Oyster Bay where he lived and throw them into the water. I would do that if my son did that. And I bet you would too. But not Joe Biden. So what does that say about him? Well, one, I can't say he's a bad father. That wouldn't be fair because I can't walk in his shoes. I can say he's a bad president because any president says obey the law, right? Don't choose the law you want to obey. You obey the law. Any president who's responsible says that, not Joe Biden. Okay. So the Democrats don't want any of this. They don't care what Hunter Biden, Jim Biden, Joe Biden, they don't care what they did. It's obvious. Across the board, grifting family, defying Congress. Democrats don't care. Enter O'Reilly and Chris Cuomo on News Nation last night. Chris Cuomo is a stalwart Democrat. Roll it. You're not reporting this accurately.
Oh, you mean the way you like it?
So he shows up. No, I'm telling you the truth. He shows up in a stunt.
Okay.
In a stunt. This was a stunt.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole thing's a stunt.
Just so the news, Cuomo, just take a breath and give me 30 seconds.
You can interrupt me.
Right?
I can't interrupt you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Correct. And the reason is I'm smarter than you are.
Okay.
That's the reason.
All right. I'll stipulate to the fact that you're the smartest guy on the show.
The House committee run by Comer wants Hunter Biden to do a private deposition. This is not unusual. This is the way it comes down. You're an attorney. Hunter Biden does not want to do that. He wants to testify in public because he knows that it's 5-minute interims. Republican 5, Democrat 5, and that you're not going to be able to get the follow-up questions you would in a deposition. That's the baseline. So he shows up today with his lawyer and his money man, the Hollywood guy who pays all his bills. He's there. And they stay for 20 minutes, get all the media attention, and then they bolt. And the lawyer goes, "What are the Republicans afraid of?" Okay.
Boy,
it's a stunt.
But
you know who it embarrasses the most?
Who does it embarrass the most? Let me guess. The president.
Yes. If Teddy Roosevelt's sons had done what Hunter Biden did today, Teddy would have thrown them in Oyster Bay. And then because Cuomo didn't get it, I said, if your father, the former governor of New York, Mario Cuomo, presided over you, Chris Cuomo, not paying your taxes, he would have dragged you and thrown you into Sheepshead Bay, which is close to where the Cuomo home is in Queens. Okay. Now, I think I'm 100% correct on this one. And Cuomo's smart enough to know I'm correct, but because he is part of the Democratic establishment, he has to try to mitigate this a little, but you can't. You can't. This is a dereliction of duty on the part of the President of the United States because he doesn't demand that his son obey the law. Right? I hope you agree with me, but even worse, Joe Biden's not embarrassed. I'd be furious if one of my offspring did something like this. Not Biden, not Jill, but not embarrassed. Okay. So what happens now is, as I said, Hunter's in LA. He's going to get charged. Then he's going to get charged with contempt of Congress. All right. Party line vote, but there's more Republicans in the House than Democrats, so they get charged with that. Then Merrick Garland, the puppet, okay, has got to decide whether to charge him or not. Merrick Garland charged Bannon and Navarro, Trump guys, the same exact thing, didn't answer the congressional subpoena, and Bannon went to jail for 4 months. Now, will Merrick Garland prosecute Hunter Biden? I don't know. I got to tell you. Now, I know a lot of you said, oh, no, he might. But this is his legacy, Merrick Garland. This is it for him. He doesn't prosecute. He's a shill forever. Can't come back from it. So maybe out of self-interest, he will. It's possible. Good parenting. Very important for the country. That's the memo. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation supports America's greatest heroes, U.S. service members, and first responders who gave their lives, those catastrophically injured in the line of duty, and homeless vets. The foundation's Gold Star Fallen First Responder and Homeless Vet programs honor the sacrifices made by men who fought and died for us, and women who risked their lives for our country as well. The foundation's Never Forget program engages people in 9/11 remembrances across America with more than 80 runs, walks, and dozens of golf outings every year. The Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Institute educates kids from kindergarten through 12th grade about America's darkest day while helping our nation keep its vow to never forget. So please support Tunnel to Towers. Donate $11 a month. Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. More than 95 cents of every dollar you donate to Tunnel to Towers goes to its programs. That's T, the number 2, another T.org. Okay, let's get to the mail. We got Claudia. So Michelle Obama is qualified to be president because she was first lady for 8 years. Suddenly I'm imagining Mamie Eisenhower making a run, or Laura Bush, or Nancy Reagan. Pretty amusing. At least Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. No, not a very good one. It takes ambition, I guess, and maybe an ambitious husband. Okay, Claudia, if you're going to do that analysis with Michelle Obama, then you're going to be hit with, well, Donald Trump didn't have any political experience either. Just so you know. Mike Gibbons, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, nice town. Billy's statement about founders never envisioning the progressive movement is probably true, but Benjamin Franklin did say, quote, when the people find they can vote themselves money, that will herald the end of the republic, unquote. Good quote. A lot of quotes in there, but yeah. Once the government is sugar daddy or mommy, people vote to get money, not on what's best for the country. Got a lot of that now. Voldemar Muling, Colorado Springs. Bill, I'm not a premium member, but I have a question. Hunter Biden showed up in the House and once again basically gave the middle finger to Congress. How much longer will we need to put up with the Biden corruption? Well, number one, you don't have to be a premium or concierge member to get your letter read. Okay, this is what the mail segment is. Oh, you don't have to be a member. Number two, what do you want? The Justice Department works for the President of the United States, who is at the nexus of all the Biden family corruption. So, you know, the Republicans in the House are trying to expose it, but it's probably going to be after Biden leaves that we'll all know what really happened. Ronald Boudreau, Estero, Florida. Bill, great show, particularly your interview with Congressman, with Tom Suozzi running for Congress in your district. Great questions. You wouldn't let him skate. I don't let anybody skate. You know, and we'll have the Republican running against Suozzi next Wednesday here, and I'm not going to let her skate either. No skating zone. J.F. Cox, Bella Vista, Arkansas. Can you explain how the government is able to freeze or hold assets of other countries? Yeah, sure. They tell the bank you don't give any money out from the account, and if you do, we'll put you on a list where you won't do any transactions with the United States or NATO. So the money's in these big banks. And if the bank doesn't freeze the account, they don't get any more business. That's how they do it. Jeffrey Brown, Bonita Springs, Florida. Can you answer the final Jeopardy question? The two closest state capitals, at least 40 miles apart, one was founded by someone no longer allowed in the other. Because I read Killing the Witches, I was able to get it right. Providence and Boston, right? Providence, Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts. And he's referring to Roger Williams, who was kicked out of the Plymouth colony. He went to Providence, formed his own colony, but he couldn't come back to Massachusetts Bay. Good, Jeffrey. Very good. I'm glad you got that Jeopardy question. And Providence and Boston very close together. Done that ride many times. David Sloniker, Springfield, Oregon. Bill, I fully understand and share your feelings about the cost of sandwiches and other restaurant food, but owners do have a lot of expenses. With food costs of 35% and inflation in labor, utilities, rent is harder than ever to make a profit. Look, I feel the pain of the small business owner. But as a consumer, I'm not going to pay $20 for a sandwich. And if you charge that much, you're going to go out of business. Because people aren't going to pay it. I could see it in my own town. And a lot of businesses closing because prices are insane. People are not going to go there. It's competition. Dano. Hey, Bill, one book I don't recommend to read before going to sleep is Killing the Killers. I lost 24 hours of sleep reading that one. Killers is intense. It's no doubt. Alice, I had trouble sleeping the last couple of nights, and I have books piled up beside my bed. Reading relaxes me, and I learn stuff. I've read all the killing books except witches. Well, get on it, Alice. Come on. Killing the Witch is one of the best. Got to get on it. Okay, if you become a premium or concierge member to BillO'Reilly.com, you get any book free. Greatest deal. And in this election time, with all our stuff that we have, and remember, concierge and premium members get transcripts of the show. I had to yell at somebody today, concierge member, who misquoted me, and I'm going, what are you doing? Just get the transcript of what I said. Okay, there's a lot of benefits there. Go to the BillO'Reilly.com store. Word of the day, do not be a SOP. S-O-P. No SOP zone. Final thought about kindness in a moment. Mike Lindell wants everyone to get the best sleep possible. You know that. He created the Giza Dream bed sheets with the world's best cotton to look and feel great. This means a good night's sleep for all of us with a very busy schedule. Giza sheets are ultra soft and breathable and come in a variety of sizes and colors. They come with a 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty, and for a limited time are 50% off. So please go to mypillow.com, click on the radio podcast square, use promo code BILL. You will find this amazing offer and many other deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the MyPillow 2.0 mattress topper, MyPillow kitchen towel sets, and many more. Please call 1-800-869-0298, 800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL. MyPillow.com, promo code BILL. All right, here's the final thought of the day. So I got a FedEx the other day, big box, and it was from a viewer named Travis Canuti. Travis Canuti. And he sent me this. Throw it up on a screen. I'll describe it on the radio. It is an outstanding hand-carved stand up for your country. I mean, it's beautiful. And Travis took the time, put it together, and sent it to me. How nice. I'll have that the rest of my life. And Travis didn't put, I don't know where to reach Travis. If you're watching, send me your address. I'll send you a couple of signed books because I always want to be grateful. And that's what I do. If somebody does me a kindness, then I look for a way to give back, even if it's not expected. So, Travis, if you're listening or watching, and send me your address by email, bill@BillO'Reilly.com, bill@BillO'Reilly.com, and send you a couple of signed books back. So in general, most people are kind of in the apathetic zone. they don't really go out of their way to be kind. The ones that do quickly make a reputation for themselves, just like the bad people do. But if you're kind to strangers and you're just kind in general, my mother was. Everybody loved her. All right, you get a reputation. But when somebody does you a personal kindness, like Travis did to me, then you look for ways to reward that person. Yeah, I'll go overboard. But when I go to somebody's home, I always bring a gift. I always bring, something just to show that I appreciate the generosity. And in America, that's not being emphasized anymore. Good parents do, and comes back to the top of the show, good parenting. But in school, they don't. I think there should be attached to a civics course in all high schools a civility subtext to the civics course. So here in a democratic society where people depend on one another for well-being, here's what we do. Here's what you do. All right? So if you're going to go with somebody, have for dinner, bring a bottle of wine, you bring them dessert, you kind of think of what they do, if they have a hobby or whatever it may be, gift card, whatever. Okay? The kids, they're not getting that. They're not. I got to pound it into my urchins. So you're bringing something? A friend of my son did him a big service the other day. I said, what'd you give me? He looked at me like, what? I said, what'd you give him? And he goes, I didn't give him anything. I said, what? You go out and you get him a gift card. What does he do? What does he like? You and your pal, you split it because the pal benefited from this too. All right? And you give him the gift card, which he did. Kid's a good kid, but I had to prompt him. All right. So anyway, Travis, I really appreciate it. It's a beautiful piece. I'll have it the rest of my life. Let me know where you are. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News. New column on Sunday. We will see you. We will be working on Monday. Okay? Because we got the Iowa caucus and a lot of things going on in re-election. We will be here. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.